you so much for staying with us. We keep tabs on the PDP activities at the opposition party. And don't forget that the National Convention of the party is on the 21st of May 2016. Let's move to some national issues now. The president's trip to the United Kingdom has attracted several comments based on the conversation on anti-corruption war. But back home, the decision to cap petrol price to 145 naira per litre is also generating reaction from several Nigerians. Does the actions of government tally with the welfare programs of the ruling party? But that's a big question, isn't it? But Mr. Jide Ojo, a political analyst, joins us from our Abuja studio to give perspectives into this matter. Many thanks for joining us, Mr. Ojo. If you look at what is happening, what we got is the party manifesto when the party was seeking office last year, and now, do you think that things are measuring up? Is the party really aligning with its own programs?
It's a very tough puzzle to say whether the government is aligning with the party manifesto. I'm sure in the party manifesto there was nowhere they said they were going to increase the fuel price. I'm sure, the issue of anti-corruption was a very strong pillar of their campaign. Issue of unemployment, issue of security, but on the issue of hiking the price of fuel, I didn't read anything of such. But that's not to say that hiking fuel price is not desirable at this point in time, because one has to put issues in context. Right now, Nigerians have been grappling with this issue of fuel scarcity even before the coming of this administration. And you agree with me that even the official price of 86 naira at NNPC mega stations and 86 naira 50 kobo at independent marketers filling stations or major marketers filling stations have not worked. Have not worked because it was a wrong approach to solving the problem. Again, the issue of price increase is not something that is peculiar to this administration. I just read somewhere that this is something, a phenomenon that we have been grappling with since 1972 under the administration of retired General Gowon, Yakubu Gowon. 1972, when it was increased from 6 kobo to 8 naira 8 kobo 8.5 kobo. Now, over the decades, we have had to deal with either an increase or a drop, an increase, a kind of fluctuations. But I, for one, am in support of the hike I'm in support of the removal of fuel subsidy for obvious reasons that regime has only been beneficial to very few powerful individuals or people that we call VVIP, very, very important personalities in the country. For the reasons that in the last few months of this year, the past 5 months, the average price of fuel, according to NOI Post, the NOI Post is a survey organization in Abuja. The average price Nigerians have been buying fuel is 176 naira. That is according to their survey, which was done in April, the last week of April. And I was on a radio station with some of the staff of the NOI yesterday morning, and we were able to see very graphically that the price regime that was instituted by government of 86 naira 50 kobo and 86 naira at NNPC mega filling stations have not really been very helpful, because the resources that was meant to develop critical infrastructures have found their way into payment of subsidy. You will recall that the supplementary budget that was presented by President Muhammadu Buhari last year, towards the tail end of last year, was majorly to pay outstanding subsidy claims, which were from various probes that have been carried out, were really not something that could be authenticated. Because while the federal government is paying subsidy in trillions, there was never a time that we have a stretch of 1 month without fuel scarcity. There was never a time where all parts of Nigeria was able to buy at the official pump price.
Mr. Ojo, if I may quickly hop in here, in government, in activities of government generally world over, is the understanding of the people's feeling and the way things are running in the society. And of course, in making policy, you need to make policies that will align with the interests of the average people. But again, when we look at the situation in the country at the moment, with the state of electricity in the country, the prices of commodities in the market, is it a good time to increase the price of fuel?
Exactly. Like I said earlier, we have to put issues in context. I empathize with Nigeria. I'm a Nigerian myself. I'm affected by the economy in no small measures. But there are some teething problems that you have to just weather. Would you rather we continue with the old regime of subsidizing fuel, and yet the fuel will not be available for our consumption? Yes, I do agree that just a few months back, we have a hike in tariff of electricity. And unfortunately, even with the increase in the tariff, Nigerians have not really been enjoying the electricity. But that in itself has a mitigating factor, because now if you have a prepaid meter, you only pay for what you consume. Unfortunately, that is not saying